I'm joined now by pyrography artist Molly Shondell. Molly, thank you so much for being here. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Pyrography,
Yes.
wood burning.
Yes.
Let's call it wood burning for the rest of the interview, okay? When did you get into wood burning?
Well, it was a process of many failures in art. And then I can't remember exactly where I saw it, but I was like, you know what, I really want to try that. That looks really cool. So I bought a wood burner, and then that was around like 2017. And then from there, it just was something that I loved and I just wanted to get better at. So then I ended up having my own little small business, and then now I do commissions, and yeah.
That's so exciting. This is probably going to sound strange, but I want to talk about your failures in art.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that they, all contributed to where
Yes.
you are. So did it start when you were a kid, sort of playing around with different styles of art?
Yeah, I always liked to draw when I was little, but then as I got older, I took some art classes, like in high school, and one in college. I actually wasn't very good at the one in college, which is funny. But I was told a lot, that's not going to get you a career once you're out of college. So it was okay. So my background's actually criminal justice. So, but as time went on, I just couldn't get away from it. So it just, with my I would do crafts and I would paint and I would do stuff, but it just wasn't quite it. I don't know, I wasn't excited about the other things. I did it, but at the end of the day, I wasn't excited about the product that I created, or the art that I created at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, with wood burning, it was just the first time I picked it up, I was so excited and I was proud of it, and I wanted to show people, where other stuff was yeah, I did it, So yeah.
Okay, so you saw pyrography.
Yes.
It interested you. Did you have any hesitation about trying it, or did you figure, well, what do I have to lose?
Pretty much, what do I have to lose? And my husband's very encouraging also, so he was like, why not? Because he was in the Marines, so I had a lot of time on my hands, just kind of moving and sitting at home.
Sure.
So he was like, why don't you just try it, go for it? And then, yeah, it just became a passion.
So tell me about the process of it. I assume that you sketch the image first before you do the burning. Is that accurate?
In the beginning, I used to draw it out on paper, and then because I'm still learning, but now I can just draw straight on the wood and just go for it. But before, yes, I had to draw and then, transfer it over with the tracing, all that good stuff.
Right.
But no, now it's just I can just go, which is a lot better.
So what inspires the images that you create?
Well, I have a love for antiques, Victorian era, that type of, history. So when I create my pieces, I also listen to a lot of podcasts. So when I create my pieces, it's I'm, I don't know, creating what I think they're talking about in, a podcast or a story, or what I would envision a character or just an atmosphere to kind of feel like.
Yeah.
So my pieces are kind of random. But I've been told you can tell that they're mine, but I don't know how, me looking, I just kind of create with what's in my head at that moment and kind of what I'm feeling.
Well, I feel like you don't maybe give yourself enough credit for, again, the failed art, because when I look at your work, what I see are, yes, you see the burned wood, but you see the really cool image. So you have to create that first. And the fact that you can take a character out of your head and get it onto the wood before you burn it is a skill. Do you feel like you are getting better at it, or have you always sort of had that in you?
Definitely getting better at it, especially if you look at my earlier work to now, getting better at watercolor. I can't do watercolor on actual watercolor paper. I'm terrible at it, but on wood, I just know how it works with the media, so and then a lot of times I'll think of what I want to do, but at the end of it, it doesn't look like what I wanted, or what I was envisioning. But at the end, it turns out usually better, which is nice because now I know how, like I said, I know how to use the different mediums on the wood where I didn't before. So yeah.
So how daunting is it to do commission work knowing that the person you're creating for probably has an image in their head too. Is it hard to kind of find that balance and translate their idea through your lens?
It can be. It just depends on the piece, but I draw a rough draft for them first, not on the wood.
Right.
So that way they can, if they want to add, they want to take away, they want to start a cut. That way it's so much easier to just get to what they're envisioning. But yeah, I've had some really amazing commission pieces. Like I did a castle on this huge piece of like cherry wood. They're gonna put it over their bed, and they're gonna have for their wedding have signatures on it. So it's like I get to create these pieces that maybe I normally wouldn't do. Like I normally wouldn't do a castle.
Yeah.
But it gets to go in someone's home, and it's special to them. And I don't know. I find it fun.
Yeah. Okay. So is that daunting when somebody wants something that you aren't used to doing?
Yes, and I'm very upfront. Like I will try my best, and you tell me, and I tell them if there's something you don't like about it or you want me to fix, just let me know, and I want it to be exactly what they want. That's what it's special to them, and it's such a good feeling when I give a piece to someone and they're like, "Oh, I cried. It was so," and I'm like, "Well, okay." I'm glad. Like in my head, I'm like, "Oh, maybe I could have done better. I could have, just done something." But it's a really satisfying feeling. It's not about money or like, oh, everybody knows, but no, it's just like I just love making people feel good at the end of the day with creating something.
Yeah. Now, you said that when you are doing commission work that you want to, if there's something somebody doesn't like, you can go back and fix it. I imagine there's a point of no return when you have burned the wood. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Or can you fix things?
Usually I just sand it. You just have to sand and
see, that didn't even occur to me.
Yeah, just sand and start over, or just start over. But usually when it comes to commissions, I really do not start on the wood until I know 100% that they love what they see drawn on the paper.
Okay, now this is really going to show how naive I am about wood burning, but the tool itself, is it like a pen?
I don't know how you would describe it. It's literally like it's like a thicker pen that's hooked up to a unit that provides different levels of heat.
Okay.
And then the pen that I have, it's called a razor tip. That's the unit I have. There's different types. But mine has an interchangeable top, which I can change out the tips. So that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Where some wood burners, you're just kind of stuck with just the clunk. Like the old school days, the clunky. So yeah, I can control the heat. I can control what tips I want to use. It's just a different, art tool, pretty much. So yeah.
So the different levels of heat, I imagine, affect the color.
Yes, the shading. It affects like how dark things go on, and then the different tips, obviously, with lines and shading and different stuff like that. Yeah.
So what is next? Do you have a goal in mind? Are you just really happy creating and now creating for other people?
I would like to get out more and maybe just, do more, maybe go down to indie, do different shows outside of just like the local area, and just be able to because with my art, some art shows I go to do great, and then some end up being more craft shows and I don't do so. It just depends on the demographic. So that's something I would like to grow in and get better at, is learning what is my demographic, especially when it comes to face-to-face with people instead of just online sales, because online people seek you out on social media. There's certain hashtags that they can find me under, but not like in the real, it's a little different. But
thank God we have that tool, so that in times like this, you still can put your art out there. I have a lot of artists who tell me that the hardest part of creating is knowing when to stop.
Oh.
Do you have that problem, or does the wood and the image kind of tell you?
I usually know when to stop. I've just kind of learned, because if I go too far, then the whole piece is completely ruined. Because I can't really like sand out watercolor. So I have to walk away and then come back to it like the next day and then be like, okay, no, this is good. Because if I keep going, it's done. It's over. So
the love affair with pyrography started when you saw someone's piece. Do you ever wonder if you're going to see a different style or medium and be really interested in picking that up? Or do you feel like you've found your niche and you're going to stay there?
I feel like I found my niche, but I am starting to, I, I'm one of those people that I get bored easily. So like, I see wood burning and I think people are really, really amazing with it. But for me, I just like, I want more than just a piece someone can hang on their wall. Like I want to incorporate different things to it. Like I've done some with macrame. I've added like little clay pieces, you know, just kind of make it more three-dimensional and just something that they can put on their desk or something, you know, just, I'm trying to be more creative with it and take it in a different direction that maybe I haven't really seen yet. So
what is the best part about creating for you?
just kind of escaping, to be honest. Just it's cool to just see something come to life that has never like come to life.
Yeah,
if that
it's
makes
never
sense.
existed.
It's
Yeah.
never existed. So I created something that never existed. Like it's just my greatest joy out of it. And then again, with creating pieces for people that it goes into their home and they send me pictures like, oh, it's above my piano. Oh, and it's like someone really wanted to take it's like a piece of me home.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the most rewarding part. And
wow. Well,
happy.
I hope that you continue to create. Your work is so cool. Sorry I'm so naive about wood burning, but thanks for answering my questions. Keep creating, and even in this new normal, I'm sure that things are going to be okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Molly.